Hey guys, a video on MARA Holdings. I'm gonna stay on the weekly here. Of course, depends a lot on Bitcoin. With Bitcoin also on the weekly, I think it's likely that we're gonna make here one more low. And I say that because of the micro. And yep, we have had so many red candles in a row. We are at oversold territory. Indeed, I also think there will be at least a bounce at some point here. But getting the exact bottom is difficult, okay? Just zooming in here, the structure, if you want to work higher here, we want to see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a little bit too long in time compared to this move to be labeled a 1, 2. We could still label it, of course, an A, B, or something like that. And now a corrective push higher still, after which we drop. But let's see, we're at the point of control again of this previous range here for Bitcoin. This range from August 2024, which took until August 2024. You remember this dip probably if you know crypto. And we're back above it, showed reaction to that and the FIP here. So let's see, I'm not ruling out the possibility that we do one more leg up here, but even then I think we'll move down afterwards one more time, okay? I might be wrong, of course. But the weekly, if we just look at the amount of red candles we had, because of that as well, it would be okay to get here a little bit of a green push. Maybe the RSI can then go up, go down again while we move down here, and then create a bullish divergence, okay? Would also be nice. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but often it does at some point, okay? Once you get this deep, okay, here we didn't, here we also didn't here, but afterwards. For Mara, also then, yeah, you don't have it very often on these two charts. I'm sorry, I had to maybe check it first before I spoke about it. Probably on the daily we have though. Look, on the daily, often when you are in oversold, you get a bullish divergence on the RSI. And maybe this will do it as well, like this, if later on this price drops as well. Okay, that's a lot of nonsense about like RSI, but I think it's interesting when you're in a zone where you try to form a bottom. Okay, so for Bitcoin, should we move up in validation of the fifth wave here? In blue is at 77,462. The white one 74,343. Okay, so I'm expecting at least like 2 more dips, but maybe we invalidate one and then make one dip. Maybe we invalidate both right away. For Mara, I'm then thinking along with Bitcoin, we have this box here, okay, taken from this to this, labeling it an A, B, C in your Z wave. If this is your A wave, this is your B wave, you want to see a 5 wave move down in wave C. This looks a little bit like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and then maybe one more dip here is possible, okay? So for that, the next levels to watch are 521, 535. If we get there, of course, we have this range here as well. So that's why maybe it's wise to add the point of control of the range as an additional level here. We're already at it, never mind. But yeah, that's, if you wonder what the point of control can do, it's this. We're here between FIPS, and then you can see, yeah, especially these two reacted very nicely to the point of control. So there are always orders on the point of control. What I can do is add the value area low then as an extra level between the point of control and this level here. I've labeled it value area high, but it's the low in this case. So at $6.02, okay? Again, I'm not promising we're gonna get it. I think, yeah, a low will form here in the next few weeks, months. At least a local low. on Bitcoin and on Mara. And then from the reaction to the upside, we have to analyze how is it doing, what does it look like, does it look like it's a corrective push, or is it looking impulsive? But again, because of the micro, I'm expecting maybe one more dip on both charts. Okay, earnings as well here Thursday, but not so important with this one. Also, they don't have a positive EPS often, but we just have to look at the value of Bitcoin. They mine Bitcoin, they have Bitcoin. If Bitcoin's value increases in the future towards 200, 300K, of course, this will also go up. I own no crypto, no Bitcoin, but I own this one just to have indirect Bitcoin. And the chart looks good here, zoomed out. And there is upside potential a lot, of course, if this digitalization of the currencies, etc., will go through in the future, and of course if Bitcoin rallies again. That's it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.